Another D3 property that we got a chance to see quickly here is the filter. So I want to take a chance to mention a little more about the filter and how it works. So filter itself, here you can see we use circle.filter, acts on a selection. So here it worked because circle was a selection of D3 elements, and filter will sub-select on those elements. In that sense, it kind of works like enter and exit and update, where it takes a selection and gives us a sub-selection. But instead, what we're doing is we're going ahead and defining a custom function. So we pass in a function that we want that'll evaluate true or false to give us the data we want. Again, this is the JavaScript ternary operator, where if this is true, returns first, second returns a false. So this is pretty standard. So true and false. True is the true condition and false is the false condition. So really all that matters is it returns a true or false. And then again, we have a subselection like we would have with an enter, where now we're acting we're acting on individual elements. So attribute acts on an individual element. So if we want to look at the reference for that, I think looking and reading this is helpful to understand what's going on. So this is the D3 API on selection.filter, which is what we were just using. So you can see it filters a selection, returning a new selection that contains only elements for which the filter is true. So it's a function and it'll be evaluated on the selected element. So we do get access to the data and the I as we did and the group. So we can get the element this like we do on mouse over callbacks like we did before. So this is just an example, and here we can pass a selection function to dive in. I did want to mention how this works with merge. So we've talked a lot about the enter, update, append cycle. So here we can update elements, right? We're not using an enter, so we're just putting new data on and setting the style for elements that already existed. Exit is going to look at the difference between the data length and the elements, right, and return the elements on the page that were more than the data. And here, this is the full enter update cycle. So where merge plays in is if we had it combines two selections. So here circle is the update selection, right, because we just passed data. Right, so it is already just the elements that already exist because we haven't applied enter to create new ones or exit to create the ones that need to be removed. So circle itself is just the elements that already existed on the page. And then what merge is going to do is it accepts a selection and will combine the two selections. So here, enter is only going to return the elements that didn't exist. So enter, once we've gone and enter, now this stuff here is working on elements that are new. So if we had more data than there were already elements in the page, enter is going to create those new elements, and this is only going to be set for the new elements. So here we can merge in the circle, merge in the elements that already existed, and update everything together. So the difference is here, update is only updating things that already existed. Enter is only gonna affect things that didn't exist before, where we had more data, and merge, combining enter and update selections is gonna affect the elements that are new and the ones that existed. So it'll affect all the elements together. So this is how this code works, and it fits into this filter cycle as well. So we can merge filtered selections. So that's why I want to mention it here.